In May 2021, 10 organizations were selected out of hundreds of applications as the finalists of the first ever Chat for Impact Summit. From addressing literacy to getting access to health, from supporting immigrants and LGBTQ communities to educating voters. These 10 organizations are addressing critical problems that millions are struggling with around the world. During the past 4 months of the Chat for Impact Accelerator, each organization received $50,000 in funding, as well as mentoring, training, and support from the WhatsApp and Turn.io teams to launch an impact chatbot on WhatsApp. Expert group sessions covered areas like user experience and service design, marketing, automation, behavioral change. We learned together, we laughed together, and we worked hard to change the world together. Now it's time to reveal the results of this journey.
Welcome to the very first Chat for Impact Demo Day. When we launched this initiative with WhatsApp, we wanted to support organizations that wanted to use chat to help people improve their lives. 20 years ago, we started, and we only had SMS to be able to communicate with people, to deliver information to basic mobile phones. Of course, now we have this incredible new channel called Chat over WhatsApp that allows us to have secure, private communications to over 2 million people around the world. As an example, last year, as COVID hit, we worked with the World Health Organization, supported by WhatsApp, to build out Health Alert, a service that provides real-time information to over 20 million people around the world in over 15 languages. As the world is recovering from COVID, we're seeing more and more organizations turning to chat to build out their services. And we realized there was a need to build out a community to share information, best practices, and to build out the most effective services. We're really happy that from a handful of organizations last year, we now have hundreds of the world's best nonprofits, social entrepreneurs, and civic organizations part of the Chat for Impact community. Before we look at the demos today, we're delighted to introduce Will Cathcart, the heads of WhatsApp, who's going to talk to us a little bit about their vision for how deep human connection drives human progress. Over to you, Will.
Hi, I'm Will Cathcart, and I lead the team at WhatsApp. We're proud to support the first ever Global Chat for Impact Summit and Accelerator hosted by our partners at the Preekelt Foundation. I'd like to thank our partners at Preekelt for working with us to build a network of social impact organizations that are using WhatsApp for the good of communities and societies. I also want to extend my welcome and thanks to all the organizations that participated in the summit. During the summit, social impact organizations around the world learned how to get the best out of the WhatsApp API and presented their ideas to industry leaders for an opportunity to be awarded grant funding to launch their WhatsApp service. Each of you has identified a pressing social need, be it around education, health, or civic participation, to name just a few examples, and then taken action to address it by harnessing the power of WhatsApp. Thank you. More than 2 billion people rely on WhatsApp to communicate with those who matter to them most, especially in times of need, because our service is simple, reliable even on poor connections, and secure through end-to-end encryption. We believe that WhatsApp, in partnership with civil society, can help people get the critical information and support they need quickly and privately. When we decided to support Chat for Impact, our mission was to help further the important work of social impact organizations. And through Chat for Impact, organizations like yours now have the resources and know-how to launch services that will lead to new ways of providing support and extending your mission-driven work to the communities who need it most. But our commitment to social impact does not stop there. Since the start of the pandemic, we've partnered with around 150 health organizations and authorities like the World Health Organization and UNICEF to connect people to accurate information and resources on COVID and the vaccines. Over 4 billion messages have been sent across these helplines around the world. To ensure people have access to reliable information during elections, we've expanded our work with fact checkers around the world to combat misinformation and help people vote. We've also partnered with organizations that provide private chat support for victims of domestic violence. And we were honored to have the opportunity to help the humanitarian organization CARE set up a vital support line for its team on the ground in Afghanistan during a time of crisis. All of this shows the power of private messaging service to meet people where they are in a way that works for them anywhere in the world while creating a positive social impact. So we're excited to see what your organizations have built and how they serve others. We're also here to support you along the way. Thank you again for all the work that you do, and congratulations on your launches.
That was such an inspiring vision, and one that I think is so applicable for those of us working in social impact. We at Turn are so happy to be working with WhatsApp on this Chat for Impact program. For the Accelerator, we searched far and wide for some of the most inspiring and ambitious Chat for Impact ideas out there, and found 30 incredible organizations who joined us for the inaugural Chat for Impact Summit in May. Not only did these teams learn about how to run Chat for Impact services, but we were all completely inspired by Alicia Garza, founder of Black Lives Matter, and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Nadia Murad. After the summit, our panel of 5 independent judges then chose the 10 most promising organizations to take part in our 4-month Global Accelerator program. These organizations come from India, South Africa, the US, and Argentina, but work across many other countries across the world, from Colombia all the way to Indonesia. During the Accelerator, we ran masterclasses, held one-on-one sessions, and facilitated peer learning. But probably most importantly, we connected these organizations to each other to share and learn as they grow, so that we strengthen the Chat for Impact community. While we were doing pretty serious work trying to change the world, we definitely had a lot of fun. The Accelerator was run on our side by my fantastic colleagues, Nilka, Lisa, Sam, Manish, Sean, Iris, Christy, Simon, Indrani, and Gustav. Thank you so much for all the work you put into running one-on-one sessions, office hours, and facilitating the peer learning. But of course, this would not have been possible without WhatsApp and the partnership we had and the fantastic team behind it. Ben, Shiara, Orlando, Becca, Fernanda, and John, thank you so much for all of your hard work. And to the WhatsApp volunteers who helped out advising the Chat for Impact cohort during the summit and the Accelerator, thank you. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to our Chat for Impact class. These teams are changing the world with chat and have been working so incredibly hard over the last 4 months to get their Chat for Impact services up and ready to launch. We're so excited to see what they do next. And so with no further ado, here they are.
Youth unemployment is a major African crisis. In South Africa alone, there are more than 9.1 million young people who are not in education, not employed, and not in training. While the rest of the world has taken advantage of free e-learning platforms to upskill themselves, young Africans have been left behind because of a lack of basic digital skills, a stable internet connection, and computing devices. Say hello to Lisedi, who is here to solve this problem. Your personal learning coach delivering digital skills in a platform that young people love and trust, WhatsApp. Lisedi is the digipot that will assist low-income learners to get basic digital skills so that they can have the confidence to use digital tools and platforms to access further training and work opportunities. We have built a relatable learning bot with his own dynamic personality that takes young people through digital literacy courses at their own pace wherever they are. Learners can complete quizzes and assessments to earn points, and when they complete quizzes and courses, they get badges and certificates. We have also built a learning management system backed with a CMS that allows us to track learner progress at every step. Go ahead and try Lisedi. Say hi by clicking on this link or scanning the QR code. We would love to hear your feedback. In the last 10 years, we have trained more than 100,000 young job seekers and small businesses and helped start more than 1,000 careers. We have also built a trainer network of more than 200 trainers across Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. We have learned a thing of the two about reaching low-income learners in developing countries. We believe that WhatsApp-driven learning will revolutionize access to education. The future looks very bright. With more and more features coming onto WhatsApp, we believe that this will be the bot that will revolutionize education for low-income learners, a bot that will change lives for all young Africans, from the dusty streets of South African townships to the rural areas in Kenya and Nigeria. We believe that Lisedi will bring life-changing digital skills to young people across the continent.
Hi, I'm Julia Zolver, and I work for Ladysmith, a feminist research consultancy that helps organizations collect, analyze, and take action on gender data. And today I'm excited to present to you our project, Cosas de Mujeres, Women's Stuff, which we're currently running in 3 cities in Colombia. The project was born in the context of some of the world's largest mass migration flows coming out of Venezuela into Colombia, at the same time as Colombia is experiencing a reconfiguration of its armed conflict. In this setting, both Colombian and Venezuelan women lack information about the services that they can access in case of they're experiencing violence. And at the same time, service providers don't have timely or accurate information about what women are experiencing. This means that their ability to effectively prevent and respond to gender-based violence through their programming and services is stymied. So our solution was Cosas de Mujeres. We use WhatsApp to connect women to the services that they need while also generating actionable data about gender-based violence in these 3 cities. How does it work? Firstly, we connect women with existing services that prevent and respond to gender-based violence. We've conducted a thorough mapping with organizations in civil society, in the international community, and also with state institutions. And so when women send us a WhatsApp message, we're able to present them with offers of services that are going to offer them a dignified treatment. At the same time, through the messages that we receive, we generate data on GBV in a way that's safe and dignified. And we use this data to leverage for change. We, for example, provide and present gender data briefs. We've also written op-eds and academic articles. We've even made a publication with Colombia's National Statistics Institute. And alongside this, we know that there is lots of xenophobia in the communities where we work. And so through our offline activities, we help connect communities of Venezuelan and Colombian women and foster solidarity so that they have an offline social network with women as well. Our digital impact has been great. We're in 3 cities, and after launching our pilot project in 2020, we've had over 22,000 interactions with women, including during the COVID-19 pandemic. As I mentioned, we also have our offline settings to the program. So we hold approximately 62 gender-based violence workshops in vulnerable neighborhoods every month. And we've almost had 8,000 participants in these workshops in total. Looking ahead, we're hoping to expand our service mapping beyond just gender-based violence to also include social protection and economic empowerment services. We're conducting scoping research right now to identify new cities where we think there's also a need for the Cosas de Mujeres project. Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you.
I'm Jamal, and I'm from Mobile Pathways. A few years ago, I thought my life was over. As a law student in Cameroon, I was politically active and got persecuted by the government. With the support of my family, I fled for my safety. Alone for the first time, my mobile phone was my only connection with the world. I had no idea what asylum was. I had no idea where to go. You cannot imagine how relieved I was the first time I received legal notification on my phone. That actually helped me to build a strong asylum case. Do you actually know that the government still uses postal mail as the primary way to communicate with immigrants? Yes, the postal mail in the 21st century. The truth is, immigrants do not have a fixed address. During the pandemic, people even moved more than usual. Immigrants move and miss their court date and then get deported. This is not actually fair. I personally moved 3 times in a year. Today, I'm proud to introduce you to Abogada. Abogada is Spanish for attorney. She is one of a kind legal monitoring system that stand by your corner and fight for your rights. You only have to enter your case information once, and she will keep you informed during the journey. First, she will send you information on your hearing, date, and location. Then she will monitor your hearing, date, and whenever there is a change, she will send you mobile alerts on your immigration hearing. Oh, and one more thing. Do you know you can actually ask questions to Abogada? I'm sure you didn't. The US immigration law system is so complex. Do you actually feel prepared? I wasn't personally. You can ask questions to Abogada like, what is asylum? And she'll reply to you with our videos that will guide you through your immigration journey. Thanks to Salesforce, Sun.io, WhatsApp, and Twilio, she's as secure as a Swiss bank. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share my story and be a voice for the voiceless. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rich Bryson at Reach 52. 52% of the world still can't access healthcare, so we're connecting them to the essential health services they need. We're doing that through our Reach 52 Access Health Tech platform, our networks of community agents, and partnerships with governments, the private sector, and non-profits to enable a full range of health services in low connectivity markets. We've got to target 1.5 million users this year with a vision for 250 million users on the platform in 2030. But we need a simple, accessible way to support our users with their health needs on an ongoing basis, and that's where WhatsApp comes in. Our WhatsApp service is central to all of this. It connects users to instant health advice on their mobile phone, but also all the on-the-ground services that we provide, putting accessible health services within your reach wherever you live on Earth. Let me show you a demo here. So if you click through, you can press 11 to get health information on a range of different conditions. You see hypertension. You can press 12 to get symptom checker advice based on your risk factors and symptoms, recommendations on what to do next, such as see a doctor. You can press 2 to go through to access and enroll in one of our community-based screenings for conditions like diabetes or hypertension. And then press 3 or 4 to access health products, either medicines or health insurance plans, and get a call back from one of our agents to make your order of one of the products. So it really is a fully integrated health service for our communities. You can go out and try it out for yourself through this QR code because we haven't got so much time now. So what's different about this? Well, it really is a health platform for markets that others don't reach across the world. It integrates the WhatsApp service with the Reach 52 Access platform and all our partnerships. So it's not just health advice, it's access to the screening, to the products and support on the ground. And that enables us to deliver a really scalable, sustainable impact on populations, both for our social return on investment, but also enabling the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3. And the future is really exciting. It's about expansion of new services, such as vaccinations, new countries, post the India launch in Q4 this year, and new partnerships to utilise this service to deliver real impact. In the first half of 2022, our goal is to have 750,000 WhatsApp service users out of our total platform users, with big goals and visions for 2030. But most importantly, it's WhatsApp playing a critical role in the impact that we're going to be delivering through global healthcare on people's lives. Thank you.
Navigating adolescence is challenging for everyone, but it's especially difficult for young people questioning their sexual orientation and gender identity. In the USA, lesbian, gay, and bisexual youth are almost 5 times as likely to attempt suicide than their peers. And the situation is even more dire in countries like Nigeria and Indonesia, where support is dangerous to access, if it exists at all.
At a time in their lives when they most need understanding and advice, LGBTQ+ youth around the world often have nowhere to turn. But there's a solution. Created by a queer collective hailing from the Global South, Save Same provides a safe space for young people who feel different to access the support they need.
By combining the widespread availability of WhatsApp with the app's end-to-end encryption and a user experience that's designed to protect the identity of LGBTQ+ youth, users are able to complete mental health questionnaires that help us direct them to the content they need the most. They're able to engage with doctors, lawyers, and therapists in regularly scheduled live chats. They're able to read and share stories of adversity and triumph that are relevant to their lives.
They're able to find services that they can turn to for further support. They learn to fight depression, anxiety, and stress through a series of self-guided activities. Activities that integrate identity affirmation, with cognitive behavioral therapy, an approach that has been proven to improve the well-being of LGBTQ+ youth.
There's a desperate need for support like this. In a pilot of LGBTQ plus mental health service in Uganda, hundreds of people signed up before the project was discontinued due to safety fears and lack of funding. Using WhatsApp, Same is able to extend a virtual lifeline to more than 44 million LGBTQ plus youth who live in countries with discriminatory laws and social norms. As members of the queer community, the Same team has lived experience to understand the challenge. We have decades of expertise building brands and digital services, and we're connecting the local youth to ensure that we're close to events on the ground.
Starting in South Africa and Indonesia, our aim is to begin conversations with over 100,000 young people in our first year. Our ambition is to expand the service everywhere that LGBTQ youth are fighting to find safe spaces so that they can discover who they are today and who they might become in the future.
Hi, I'm Dina, a Strong Minds clinician, and as a former depression sufferer myself, I'm so excited to tell you about Strong Minds' plan for putting good mental health at the fingertips of African women. Depression is the #1 disabler of women in Africa. 66 million experience depression, and 85% have no access to effective treatment. Depression makes work and caring for yourself and your children feel exhausting and overwhelming. With only one mental health professional for every 100,000 Africans, access to treatment seems impossible, and the effects of untreated depression can stretch for generations, impacting relationships, long-term income potential, and family dynamics. Strong Minds is already a trusted mental health provider. We've stopped the depression spiral for 100,000 African women using our evidence-based, cost-effective group therapy model. And global demand for mental health services is at an all-time high. Wealthy countries are revolutionizing mental health care delivery and providing equitable access through technology. We want to ensure that African women are included in that revolution. Now is the time to invest in African mental health technology. Smartphone usage increased by 25% last year, and smartphone connections are predicted to double over the next 5 years. Meet Amani, a chatbot putting mental health care at the fingertips of African women and girls. Amani normalizes feelings, educates about depression, and connects people with professional help. Her advice is rooted in science. She offers big impact with little data consumption, meeting users wherever they are in their mental health journey. And she helps overcome stigma and fear, two of the most common barriers to getting help. Most importantly, Amani provides access to live mental health support. Unlike other services, Amani is backed by access to tested, proven, and culturally specific therapy from our counselors free of charge. In our 2020 pilot, Amani served 5,000 users, with 10% going on to enroll in our therapy programs. Next, we aim to reach 100,000 women annually while expanding into new countries. Now, I invite you to come and experience Amani for yourself using this QR code. Access to mental health care has always been hard, no matter where you live. As technology revolutionizes access, Amani will ensure that African women and girls are at the forefront, leading the charge toward their own mental well-being. Thank you.
This is Paola, a 19-year-old Brazilian girl who's having her first sexual experiences. And like many other young girls, she's confused about how she feels and how to make proper decisions about her sex life. And she's not alone. Research shows that 25% of women can't say no to sex, and 27% of women report having experienced intimate partner violence in at least one relationship. This is unacceptable. This needs to end now.
So we created a safe space for girls to have an insightful conversation about giving consent, setting boundaries, and having healthy relationships. Our Simergonia chatbot walks girls through the intimate experience of Paola, our fictional character, that will connect with them by exposing her insecurities to provoke empathy. So, while they help her out, these girls will also be helping themselves. The cool thing about this solution is that it's free, scalable, and fun. And if you don't believe us, here is a demo, or you can scan the QR code and start chatting with her now.
Você sabe que já faz um tempo que eu namoro o Léo, né? E a gente marcou a nossa primeira vez. Aí os pais eles estavam viajando e a gente aproveitou a deixa. Mas, eu tava assim, muito nervosa mesmo. Mas ele foi extremamente romântico e eu acabei entrando na onda, né?
So far, by combining effective storytelling, innovative technology, and evidence-based interventions, we have impacted more than 2 million adolescents around the world. Simergonia is our fourth chat story, and it's just a start into our sex education journey that we hope will impact millions too.
Our plan is to expand our reach to other genders with new narratives, and soon we will be launching science-based tools designed by experts to help youth know themselves better, be more assertive, and gain new social-emotional skills to face life challenges and help others along the way.
Simergonia allows you to talk about sex without shame and makes you feel a little less alone. It's a chat story that will help you reflect about your relationship, your limits, and your identity, because while you're talking to Paola, you'll be diving into yourself. Thank you for your support.
Hi, my name is Neri Santaella, a Venezuelan migrant and founder of Voices of Venezuela. A year ago, we began addressing informational barriers, delivering information and answering questions through free and accessible platforms. Since 95% of Venezuelan migrants have limited access to internet, this solution was created from within the migrant community in a model of self-reliance, listening to community needs through feedback loops, and teaching others a path to self-sufficiency. Our media became one of the most engaged sources of information online. From the beginning, WhatsApp has been a powerful tool to our project to create a safe environment for migrants to ask questions and access services. Our pilot has around 650,000 direct messages in conversations with 30,000 users. We produce media that use familiar language and make complicated integration processes easy to understand, putting our own face on our service to build a high level of trust that is difficult to attain with refugees who historically distrust the government, NGOs, and the news. With Nani, we use a persona that let others know that they are not alone in the migrational journey in Colombia and beyond. Now, thanks to the direct support of Chat for Impact, Turn.io, and WhatsApp, we are taking our helpline to the next level with a more personalized front end, using audio messages, pictures, and stickers, taking the disconnect feeling migrants have and delivering something that feels both familiar and human, even though they know it is a bot. On the back end, we are building diverse NLP models to rapidly connect users to verified information and live agents, recognizing immediate needs such as mental health or risk of violence. We are also developing back-end databases on resources and processes to meet additional needs and increase civic participation. Having already integrated with some city governments and NGOs, we will improve sector responses using data from monitoring accessibility and diagnosing needs to create additional real-world impact. As we continue to develop more advanced features that leverage AI, our service will become scalable to additional population, allowing us to impact millions.
We're Vote.org. We use technology to simplify political engagement, increase voter turnout, and strengthen American democracy. In 2020, voters used our tools over 39 million times. We created a first-of-its-kind bilingual chatbot, sending nearly 100,000 messages to 31,000 users. We estimate that half of the U.S. Latino population used WhatsApp in 2020. This bot was our way of bringing them trusted, nonpartisan voter information. In 2021, we participated in the Chat for Impact Accelerator with Turn.io. Based on what we learned, we reorganized our chatbot menu based on the UI and UX research that they shared. We used BigQuery to analyze and measure the performance of our bot, and we developed a marketing strategy to help grow our user base. Here's a look at our traffic for the past year. As you can see, around the time of the US general election, we received a huge spike in traffic. Following that, we saw a gradual decline in our traffic. We created a marketing strategy in order to increase traffic during the time period following the US general election. In the 2-week period between August 18th and September 2nd, we saw about a 140% increase in the number of daily users of our bot, with an overall conversion rate of about 2.5% from an ad click to a user interacting with our bot. Here's a brief demo of our bot. If you'd like to connect with us on WhatsApp, you can do so by visiting us at vote.org/WhatsApp or scanning this QR code in the WhatsApp mobile application. Through our analytics, we discovered several complex questions that voters were asking our bot. Through intentional use of keywords, we can deliver resources to help users find their answers more easily. In an increasingly digital and partisan environment, we believe that chatbot technology will help us reach underserved voters where they are with trusted, nonpartisan information and resources. Thank you. We look forward to connecting with you to ensure that every voter has the resources and tools that they need to make their voices heard.
Hi, I'm Pradeep Kumar from World Reader. Readers build a better world, and we have empowered over 18 million readers so far. World Reader's mission is to enable all stakeholders, including parents, who are nurturing young readers. We are thrilled to expand our impact via all-pervasive WhatsApp. Already in 2019, 387 million children globally are unable to read a full sentence by the end of primary school. With school closures globally across the last 18 months, children lost their access to whatever few books their classrooms or libraries had to offer. This further aggravated the global reading crisis. With our Booksmart WhatsApp solution, we aim to eradicate book and reading poverty among the bottom of the pyramid home and classrooms globally. Parents, teachers, and caregivers look for inspiration, guidance, resources, and support when it comes to reading to their children. We extract the essence of our 10 years of experience in digital reading to design the Booksmart WhatsApp solution. The service offers access to a curated and engaging library, plus World Reader's Book of the Week reading program, complemented by related home activities that provides overall reading support and converts to learning outcomes. Options to explore various categories of books and support for this service. We deliver this via WhatsApp, a more persistent channel of nurturing regular reading habits in homes with young children. The primary audiences are parents with their children, teachers and caregivers, and others working with children to support their reading outcomes. Let's have a quick service demo. You see, after a quick and easy onboarding, our clean and crisp service design helps users to get onboarded to World Reader's reading program that enables building a regular routine of reading to children at homes. Users can also take assistance from the help section by choosing queries they need resolutions for. So from the help section, you get a list of options, and choosing the right issue will provide the required solution. We welcome you to pull out your phone and also scan the QR code and experience the Booksmart WhatsApp solution firsthand. Apart from using this solution to engage the audience directly, World Reader also works with partners, and we intend to provide the opportunity to our partners to leverage and customize the solution for their audience. This would greatly expand our reach and impact. Our focus will be on scaling impact and improving the service. We would like to get this solution into the hands of 1 million readers in 2022 by rolling out across our own and partner projects. Actively solicit feedback from users and partners to improve the service design and experiment innovative digital interactions around books and reading. Let us get every child access to books and on their reading journey.
If you love the work of these organizations as much as we do, then now is the time to connect with them and help them scale. Whether you can partner with them, whether you can make an introduction, or better yet, whether you can provide follow-on funding, now is the time to connect with them. Although this was the first Chat for Impact Accelerator, this is definitely not going to be the last. Based on the success of this event and the amazing work these organizations have been doing, as well as a bootcamp that we trialed in India, we've decided together with WhatsApp to extend the program and launch a series of bootcamps around the world that will help nonprofits and social impact organizations scale their work by getting it onto Chat and the WhatsApp Business API. We hope that you will come to our website to have a look at the new details and sign up. And we look forward to seeing the incredible work that these organizations are going to do in the future. Stay safe, stay healthy, and get vaccinated.